Older and Dumber.
All right, brothers, are you ready to talk about this?
You gotta do the thing.
What thing?
You have to
Welcome
intro
to
us
Older
into the
and
fucking
Dumber.
podcast.
Oh.
Yeah.
The Older and Dumber podcast organization.
Damn, you in that, Mike. Inside, you lived in it.
You got to keep lowering it down, though. That's why we watch it.
That was his sticker. Listen here, brother. Now we're saying something that nobody knows about.
We'll get there. Trust me, guys. Welcome, everybody. I'm in the driver's seat once again. You haven't seen this since David was here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
David.
Welcome in to the Older and Dumber podcast, the podcast about three dumb friends just trying to make it in this ring of champions we call
Earth.
Hell yeah.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Power.
Of course, I've got to my left.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's old magic.
Yeah, we haven't introduced each other in
Marlboro jacket,
Bro, man.
retro man, urban cowboy, and general riot enthusiast,
Brother, comrade.
brother comrade, J. Carter Ruttle the third.
I'm the fourth.
Fourth.
It's okay.
Whatever fucking number he is.
Thanks. And to my
It's thing
right,
one, thing two, thing lit.
Xavier's School for Gifted Children
He's going to
himself.
go back to you. Oh, he's coming to me. That's my I'm to your left.
Yeah, I know. I just it felt wrong to do it right.
Oh, man.
Hunter Taylor, aka voice of Hunter Taylor, aka voice of Hunter, aka
Let's keep
Silky
going.
Smooth.
I want my thing to be that I'm AKA.
May, can you put some real 90s like typeface on here for us for our intros?
Yeah, Joey will give you a reference.
Silky Smooth Hunter Taylor.
Silky Smooth.
And of course, to my left, standing in at 6'4", 2. 4 would have been better. 6'2".
Make it up, Hulk Hogan would.
At 6'7".
There we go.
6'7", coming out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the champion, the drawler, the imaginator, the creator, Joey, Persona Schichtel, Sweet Mage Brothers. You know, I had something, and then I kind of forgot. Oh, Super Fox!
There you
That's
go.
the part I forgot.
So last week on the Patreon section, Hulk Hogan had just died that morning,
Yes,
and we came out raw and emotional, doing a little Hulk Hogan talk. And I've had a whole week to reflect on my thoughts.
For those of you trying to keep the timeline right, that means he died last week.
Right.
Yep.
Thank you.
So when this comes out, it'll
be 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Patreon, 3 weeks when it's
Very, very, very new and relevant.
Mm-hmm.
But I came out, in that Patreon thing, and I was still raw, and I think I was still trying to like deny the fact that it had happened a little bit. And now I've had some time to like let it cook, and I wanted to sit down and do sort of a talk about Hulk Hogan, and sort of reflect on the good and the bad, because I felt like we really leaned into the bad in that Patreon section last week. And just discuss it a little bit and have a little retrospect on somebody that was pretty important in my life, and if you're a wrestling fan, pretty important in your life. So
what I'll say for us to start off, my what would you call this? I don't know what this is called.
A forward.
Sure.
Initial thoughts.
I'm not really writing a forward to Hulk Hogan. Is I think right now it's really, I don't know about testing, but it's really pushing that the mantra of like, you know, he makes good. He's a horrible person, but he makes good music.
Separating the art from the artist.
Yeah.
I didn't really watch wrestling, but
you know the man.
yeah, he's
You know the controversies. You know,
he's a union busting racist a little
Hulkamania.
bit. You know?
Union busting Hulkamania.
But you know, seemed like a Hulk.
So that's kind of the perspectives here are going to be interesting too, because you were literally
I was there, man.
beginning to end, like Rocky 3, you know, beginning to end. I was probably there more at when he became not NWO, the one before that, where he's in, like, he's the hero. That when he Hulkamania, when that started. But you were there when he was Terry whatever.
Terry Bollea. Terry the Boulder.
I didn't know any of that stuff. Whereas I knew him, like, how I know Hulk Hogan in my youngest is bandana, ripping his yellow shirt and having the yellow underwear or something and the red tassels or some shit. Like, that's how I see him. And then Carter just sees him as the old man racist.
I mean, I know, you know, I was more of an Undertaker fan.
Sure. I mean,
Then they're going to have fun with one of the stories I have.
sure. But, like, that's what I'm sort of getting at, right? Like, someone who's only seen this portion, seen that portion. You know?
Yeah. So, like, just to, you know, get started, we're going to be looking at the man, Terry Bollea, and the immortal Hulk Hogan. And I think, you know, we're going to separate that a little bit. We're going to look at the bad. We're going to look at the good. And I think we're going to start off with the bad, because I think we should get that out of the way before we start, you know, getting pie-eyed and reminiscing about the good.
His muscles were so big.
He did have big muscles. I liked in that in the Iron Sheik match, I don't know if you noticed it, but I definitely caught it, that they booked his weight, 3 different weights throughout the entire match.
I did not notice that, no.
So his title card listed him at 303. The ring announcer listed him at 300, and then the announcers listed him at 305.
Nice.
Round it up or round down.
Yeah. So I thought that was fun. Just goes to show that was very interesting.
The
too.
Iron Sheik match was something to watch.
Watching those matches from like the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, and seeing where wrestling was when it was basically getting its footing under it to where it is now, is like the entertainment giant that it is such a wild transition.
Just the, like, behind the ring and the folks, like, watching those videos was wild.
Yeah.
Like, watching that 80s one was like I was watching, like, a Mike Tyson fight. You know, like, it looked just like it was, like, just like boxing.
Just a dark arena. You could see maybe the front row of fans.
Yeah, just the ring. Like, that's all you could see. And it's like, and for wrestling, it was so weird because it wasn't like, get him, you know, like, you have the boxing and like, there's a lot of, like, technical back and forth. Whereas these guys, you're just seeing 2 guys, like, just throwing each other across the ring back and forth and, like, just grunting. And you're like, they're saying stuff, but you can't see what they're saying. You can't hear what they're saying. Like, yeah. And then to go to, like, what it is now, and they've got the camera work down.
Yeah.
Now, you know what I mean? Like, it was just this.
Yeah.
Now it's
they've got, like,
shots, anime intro.
They've got,
you know
like,
what I mean?
drone cameras.
Oh
now,
yeah, like, it's like I'm watching a whole thing. You know, like, yeah.
Yeah, crazy. So I think that the one that most casual people are going to get from social media, Carter's already, you know, proven that point, is racist Hulk Hogan, which came out, God, it's been well over a decade now, which is crazy.
That he got the racist label.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to say that on YouTube?
Racist?
Right? Just making sure.
We'll probably get...
I don't know if it's a label. He was racist. Like, for sure.
Right. Right, but it's like that we now know that man is racist.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So yeah, came out. Was actually recorded by a shock jock from Florida named Bubba the Love Sponge.
So many words just came
That
out.
was his radio persona.
Shock jock main blah 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 blah.
So Hulk was at his house. He was drunk.
Mhm.
Had sex with the guy's wife.
I didn't
Was
know that.
recorded.
I didn't know that.
And then basically the comments came out, there was some deleted that I can't say, but the big one that stuck out to a lot of people is I don't want my daughter dating someone of that persuasion.
Damn. Slept with the man's wife. That's
Well, yeah, I mean, it was a mutual agreement.
Oh, very Hulk Hogan. Very thunder lips of him.
So that's the one that like people outside of the wrestling sphere are going to know. And he's come back and you hear stories. So he's born again Christian later in life.
Okay.
Apologized. A lot of the apologies that came out were more like, I'm saving face.
Yeah.
Like his big one to the locker room was, hey, I want to apologize about this. Also, everybody here be aware that somebody always is going to have a camera on you.
I'm sorry that I said that out loud. Like that's the kind of
Yeah.
yeah.
But after that, I mean, he had relationships with African-American wrestlers who have come out to defend him after his death. Who are like, he saved my career. He did all this for me. I was disappointed when I heard it, but I legitimately think he made a change later in life. So
What about
I
the
didn't know
union
that.
busting though?
now I want to talk about more of the wrestling stuff.
Just like being a general asshole.
So he was a world-class politicker behind the scenes. He always put Hulk Hogan
Politicker?
first. That's another thing I'll
he's
say.
like Hunter.
He is like Hunter.
What the hell? I am not Hulk Hogan.
Well, you're not built like him. But,
All right,
Just
assholes.
get some steroids.
I am not a union buster.
one more-
What is that? How did this turn into just jab Hunter?
One more thing on the race thing, though. I think there's only one color that Hulk Hogan legitimately sees.
Yellow.
Green.
Oh. Money.
Yeah.
Wow, the color of
Basically,
money.
people in the locker room were talking about like trying.
Yeah,
to
so Jesse the Body Ventura was trying to unionize wrestlers when WWF was starting to get its footing under it so that, they'd be paid fairly, they'd have benefits, they'd have certain working days, all that stuff. Hulk took it to Vince. Vince shut it down. So he basically screwed over like all of the talent
because he was
so he
getting
could get
paid
brownie
higher.
points with Vince and stay on top.
Damn. We know that for
And
sure.
That's a
Yeah.
thing that 100%
Jesse
happened.
Ventura was like
Oh.
friends with Hulk Hogan
Yeah.
at the time and is no longer like, yeah.
Damn.
Um,
How long did this union negotiation go on for?
that shut it down. It was
It was just when they were starting.
let's
So it
start
was
putting
like-
this together.
It's like a week
Immediately
or a
shut
month.
down.
That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Wow, it wasn't even like a long negotiation.
Yeah, no, they never
got
got.
stopped
They
right in
never
the
got
beginning.
to negotiation.
Just busted it right in the beginning.
Vince is like, any one of you talks about a union, you're out of here.
You want to unionize? But why would you want to do that? We have an ice cream bar. We give you cereal. What other employer would do that?
And then there was he stepped on a lot of guys' careers. He almost cost the Undertaker his career.
What?
Yeah. So there was a match. Undertaker was just getting started. And Hulk came up to him before the match and he's like, "Listen, brother, I'm really worried about taking your finisher," which was the Tombstone Pile Driver. Hulk Hogan, he's like, "Oh, I had surgery on my neck, my back." And Undertaker's like, "Listen, I'll have you so tight. You're not going to come down. I pride myself on not hurting guys in the ring. You'll be fine." Gets him up. Goes for the tombstone. The minute the Undertaker's knees hit the mat, he hears Hogan, "Oh, brother, you got me."
Oh, brother, you got me.
They have to help Hogan out of the ring.
What?
Undertaker's like, I'm done. I'm 23 years old. My career's over. I just killed the company's golden goose.
Damn.
He's walking back. He gets through the curtain. They're like, Hogan's in Vince's office, man. He's laid out on the floor. He's asking him to call his wife and kids. And you couldn't just instant replay back in the day.
Sure.
So, like, the next, I think it was 2 days later, maybe, Undertaker finally sees a tape. Hogan's head's about this far off the mat.
It didn't even touch the mat.
Yeah. So he goes up to him and he's like, Terry, I watched the tape back, man. You were clear by a foot. You never hit the mat. And he's like, well, what happened, brothers? You had me so tight that I couldn't stretch out. My neck just got jammed.
On what?
And then he's like, okay, so I see the kind of person I'm dealing with here now. So,
So what, was he supposed to lose that match? Is that why?
no. Hogan was supposed to lose. And
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
yeah,
so Hogan was
Undertaker
supposed to lose.
was supposed to get the
and Hogan
championship.
was like, yeah, I don't want to lose. I'm going to make it seem like you killed me.
Yeah, exactly. That was the idea. And and there's other stories like that have come out about that's the kind of stuff that he would do backstage and sort of manipulate the boss and.
What an a-hole.
Yeah.
His daughter is wanting to be left out of his will.
Damn. For real?
Yeah.
Damn. I'll take it.
And then the other big thing is like he's sort of known for his humongous tall tales.
Okay.
Most of which are pretty funny. But you know, there's some bad ones mixed in there too. He killed 2 guys in the ring.
That's a not true story.
That had to be resuscitated.
Right. Okay.
Never happened.
Right.
One of them was Andre the Giant. After he slammed him at WrestleMania 3,
Oh, yeah.
Andre died a day later. So as we watched, that was 89. Andre wrestled till 92.
Stupid. Okay.
Those are some of the big ones. Oh, the other guy was actually was shooting on Hogan. Like he faked Hogan out, so nobody knew if this was real or not when it happened. But he was like only the promoter and Inoki, who was like this was on a tour in Japan. He's like the top guy in Japan. He didn't want to take a clean loss to Hogan. Mm-hmm. So he's like, what I'm going to do is he's going to hit me with the move, and I'm just going to lay there unconscious. Okay. And you can tell like Hogan's walking around the ring and he's like, because he thinks he's killed this guy for real.
Wow.
So that one was more of a shoot on Hogan, but that was a fun one. Okay. And then the guy had to do a press conference with Hogan like at the hospital 2 days later because Japan wouldn't let him leave the country, and like Japanese people were making death threats against him.
Holy crap. That's wild.
Yeah. So this guy was basically the Japanese Hulk Hogan.
Holy crap. That's wild.
So that's a fun one. But there's a ton of like, he claimed to have wrestled 400 days in a year because of traveling back and forth from the U.S. to America and gaining time.
I don't even know how that math writes.
Yeah. It doesn't, because you would lose the days coming back.
Yeah.
So. But I think the scummy. Oh, he did say that Metallica wanted him to play bass for them at one point. He's like, my good buddy Lars Ulrich called me up.
Play bass.
And I was like, I'm too busy with WWF right now.
Would have been like, here's a bass guitar, play something.
No, he's really a bassist.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's always a grain of truth in the Hogan lies. That's what makes them. That's what makes
all lies great. Is that there's always a grain of truth.
The scummiest one though. So he did a ton of work with Children's Miracle Network, right? Meeting with sick kids and stuff. And there was this one kid that there's a song about Hulkster in Heaven. He recorded an album called Hulk Rules.
Who did?
Hogan.
He recorded an album called Hulk Rules?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a song on there called Hulkster in Heaven that's about this Make-A-Wish kid.
Okay.
And he tells the story, and he's like, yeah, I was supposed to wrestle in Wembley Stadium in 92, and we had this spot set up for the kid up in the front row, and I knew he was close, man, like I could smell death on him.
He said that?
Not exactly,
Okay,
but that's basically what he was saying in the interview. And He's like,
smell death on him.
it's like, I get out to the ring and he's not there, and I'm like, what happened? He's like, oh, he didn't make it, brother.
Damn.
Hogan never wrestled at Wembley in '92.
Gotcha. So the whole setup itself was
Yeah.
fake. Got ya. Okay.
So
I was in Wembley.
that's some of the bad of Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
Just
Some of them.
yeah.
Just some of them.
But as we watched in 1996, the Hogan heel turn.
NWO. What's this one?
For life. NWO for life.
Oh my gosh.
Yo,
when he called it out, what is it? What is it? What does it stand for?
New World Order. The New World Order of Wrestling.
Bro, you were making me watch it, and I said, I don't know if you're gonna say that. I don't know if you can have an organization called the New World Order. I don't know if you can do that.
But
Different times.
Hogan says a thing in that promo that rings true to this day.
What's that?
Every person there, every person watching now, us doing this podcast, none of this would happen without Hulk Hogan.
You had brought that up the other day. I still don't know if that's true. Don't know.
He was the perfect storm.
Perfect storm. Carter?
I don't know enough wrestling to know whether or not.
Can you analogy this in any way for Carter?
Well, I can explain it.
Please do.
Using this flow grass.
So
You see here in 1973.
Paul's done this huge thing and oh,
just
man.
put a picture of Hulk Hogan behind it.
Make it look like a cardboard stand.
So Hulk had been in the WWF, which was Vince Sr.'s wrestling organization. He fired him. That's when Hulk went to AWA Wrestling. He was there. He got the Rocky 2 gig in '83.
I thought it was Rocky 3.
Rocky 3, my bad. The Rocky 3 gig in
What was he in
'83.
Rocky 3.
Thunderlips.
Thunderlips.
You don't know about Thunderlips?
Isn't Rocky
Idiot.
3 Dolph Lauren?
No, that's Rocky 4.
That's Rocky 4.
Rocky 3 is Clubber Lang.
Oh, okay. I thought that was Rocky.
And
3.
This is very interesting because Rocky 3 seems to be the forgotten Rocky amongst you
I thought
youngsters.
that was Rocky
It really
2.
is.
Now
With
Rocky
Clubber
2 he
Lang.
fights Creed again.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I
And
guess
then
I
Rocky
always-
3.
This is how I know Rocky. Fights Creed, fights Mr. T, fights a Russian guy. That's
Clubber Lane.
right, but these aren't the right numbers. Is what I'm saying. Like, this is how I know
I
it.
remembered it too. I guess I just looped in Creed 1 and Creed 2 together. Or
Yeah.
sorry, not Creed.
Rocky 1 and 2.
Creed 1 and 2.
They're good. All right, they're good movies.
Michael B. Jordan played Michael B. Jordan and not Michael A. Jordan.
But yeah, in Rocky 3 there's the charity match between Rocky and Thunderlips. And Hulk Hogan plays Thunderlips in that.
Yeah.
Gets it on the talk show circuit because of it. And then Vince Jr.'s like, I want you back in the WWF. You're going to be my guy.
I love you and Rocky.
Comes in. Hulkamania starts to build at that point. Like, you've got all these people who saw him in Rocky. Now they can go see him actually wrestle at their local venues, Madison Square Garden, the Spectrum. You know, Vince was very much in the Upper East Coast at that time. And starts to build. And then in '84, they have him win the championship against the Iron Sheik.
Right. That was the first thing you showed me.
Yep.
Quite a show. Quite a Iron Sheik. What's his moniker? The Iranian. What is it?
The big Iranian.
Is that all it was? I thought it was something else. Just Iron Sheik.
He was
Iranian.
he was just the Iron Sheik, I think.
I remember them
Sheiky
saying,
baby.
I remember them saying something as his like his thing or something.
Now I feel
But
bad.
man, it was quite the spectacle. Because you look at these two guys and wow, just huge. Iron Sheik was like a friggin'
Not as big as
Like-
Andre.
Well, yeah, we're getting to that.
Oh yeah, and then we
Big
get to
Andre
that
in the
later.
sky.
Yeah, so you've got Hogan 6'7", Sheik was like 6'4". Both guys around 300 pounds.
And Iron Sheik's built like this.
He's like a block. He's the angry block from Super Mario Brothers.
and so he fights with a turban to start, right? But then it comes off, and he's bald, and he's got just the mustache.
Big handlebar
and
mustache.
He starts looking like the guy from Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh,
Yeah, Armstrong.
Armstrong.
And
Yeah.
it was so funny. And then you look at it's crazy. You look at young Hulk Hogan. I still don't understand how so many people were like, "Oh my god, he's so he's so amazing. He's such a cool. Look how awesome he looks." Bro had a forehead that went all the way back. Like wow, even like it was
All
like
that testosterone.
it was back here that
All
the
the-
hair
all them
started. It was
steroids.
just like, and he's 20 or something. Like I was just
Yeah,
like, wow.
he was balding in his early 20s.
I was just like, wow.
That's what happens when you take steroids.
But you
Yeah,
know, he's
sometimes
still,
you get the bald head or the small wiener. You got to
You
pick.
get both. Yeah.
I don't know. I hear Hulk Hogan had a 10-inch
hog.
penis, but
That's what they say.
Did Hulk tell you?
not Terry Bollea. Not Terry Bollea. Hulk Hogan.
Not the boulder. No.
So yeah, he wins the title.
Mm-hmm.
Then he holds it as a babyface champ for up to basically his whole run in the WWF.
And this is the hero,
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
And most of the time, you want your heel to be the champion, so the babyface has something to go to, which gives the crowd something to root for. Hulk was so over, though, people just wanted to see him keep winning. The only person that was really like in contention, there was two guys. It was Jake the Snake, who had the most over finisher at the time, which was the DDT when it first was a thing,
DDT.
and Andre.
And then he fought Andre.
Right. And basically Andre, they never put the belt back on Andre because he was basically winding down at that
And
point.
he was dying every
Yeah.
day.
But then we get to WrestleMania. We watched
X8.
it. X. No, that was The Rock.
That's the one we're talking about, right?
No,
Oh, which one are you talking about?
Andre.
Oh, Andre's. That was just WrestleMania like 3 or 4.
WrestleMania 3.
3.
Yeah. The body slam heard around the world.
Yes. That, you know what's funny? So we watched the Iron Sheik fight. It was okay. It was like, all right, yeah, this is a thing. Like the Andre fight, for it being old, was actually kind of good up until the point. Up until the point when Andre does the bear hug. And I just
the
can't,
bear hugs are always the worst, man, because they just kill the momentum of the match.
I can't see Andre bear hugging Hulk Hogan. The dude is huge, and Andre's bigger than Hulk, obviously, but like,
Yeah, we were saying that too. Like, really, that match shows how big Andre the Giant was. Because Hulk, we've watching the Iron Sheik match, and Hulk Hogan's like
wow,
a
those
giant.
guys are huge. Yeah.
And then you see him against Andre,
I
and he's
literally
just
was like, did Hulk get smaller?
yeah, like Andre could wrap his hand around
Hand around
Hogan's
his whole head, yeah.
Yeah.
But you get to the bear hug, and it was so, like the whole fight was fun, but it was so overplayed because he's all like,
Yeah, and, and then he does his Hulk up to get out of it.
yeah.
The classic.
Generally, an okay fight.
Yeah, and then he tries to slam right off the bat to start the match, and then he's playing up from the down position, right? Because it looks like he injures himself on that initial slam attempt. So Andre's sort of playing the match out until you get to that bear hug and then the Hulk up, and
And then it's over.
he knocks him down. They play that up real big. Andre gets up, and it looks like because they had caught him in the same moveset before where it was like a big boot from Andre to put
Yeah.
Hogan
Oh,
down.
yeah.
And then Hogan dodges the boot, and he turns around and he gets him, and he does the big body slam and drops the leg on him. And at the time, like, it was a passing of the torch because Andre had been like one of the most dominant presence in wrestling up
At
to
the
that,
time, yeah.
right? And then you get him on the biggest stage at WrestleMania, and because now I can just go to Netflix and watch whatever happened on Raw whenever I want.
Oh yeah.
At that time, like, people didn't know that these guys were doing 3 or 4 house shows a week, and this was like the biggest thing ever. We're gonna see on national pay-per-view Hogan versus Andre.
Yeah.
Right. This is like the first time that it's really being broadcast out so big, and like WrestleMania is the biggest thing. This is the third one. The other 2 have been huge so far. And after that point, like, Hulkamania just goes crazy. Right? Like, he's beaten. There's nothing more. There's nothing more to do.
That's when he leaves WWF.
So he's still there for a couple of years. He goes to WCW in 95.
And that's NWO.
Not yet.
Oh.
They try to keep Hogan the same for like 2 years.
In WCW.
Yeah, end of 94 into 95. They basically try to do babyface Hulk Hogan, eat your vitamins, drink your milk, say your prayers, brother.
Prayers, brother.
And it comes down to Bash at the Beach 96. Babyface Hogan's not really working in WCW. Comes down to Bash at the Beach at 96. You've got Sting and Macho Man versus Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, who have come in. Nash and Hall are basically playing Diesel and Razor Ramon from WWF. Their personas there. And they're acting like it's an invasion of WCW, and they're going to take over. They've been talking, there's a third man behind the scenes, and we're gonna take this over and whatever. So Macho Man has battled back. It's him. He's taken out Hall and Nash. Gets caught with a low blow, right?
Yeah, and he's just like laying on the ground.
Yeah, and they're double teaming him. And Hulk Hogan comes out of the curtain. So here comes Hulk Hogan. The crowd pops.
It's
Hulkamania's going to go crazy on the outsiders. He comes in, boom, drops the leg on Macho. What's going on? Heel turn. He joins the NWO. He was the third guy all along. Drops the pipe bomb promo.
And
then goes on to be the biggest heel in wrestling through the entire Attitude Era.
Yeah. Then we have WrestleMania 18.
X8.
18.
Icon versus Icon.
Couldn't do XVIII.
No, that's too much.
Had to be
Think
X8.
of the logo. Icon versus Icon. Carter's favorite guy in the world, The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson versus Hollywood Hulk Hogan, yep. Wood from the Hood.
That match was actually really fun to watch because there was a lot of like hits that looked like hits. Like it was
very back and forth. And they had built the whole thing up. So Hulk was supposed to come back in. He's with Hall and Nash. They're basically bringing the NWO back to WWF. He's supposed to be from the heel position, and everybody's just over for Hulk Hogan. Like, they're so happy that he's back in WWF. This is his first WrestleMania back. Crowd's going crazy. So The Rock starts calling audibles in the match. He's like, all right, we're gonna change the ending of this. We're gonna change some of the stuff throughout the course of the match. And we're gonna give the crowd what they want. Basically calls the whole match in the ring. Puts on they go for like a half an hour. It was crazy.
It was long.
Basically changing spots and stuff that were supposed to be there that they had rehearsed before. And, finally comes down to the end. Hogan hits Rock with a rock bottom.
Steals the Rock's move.
The Rock gets Hogan in a sharpshooter, but the ref is knocked out.
Yep.
Finally comes down to it. Rock does a desperation rock bottom, puts Hogan down. It's like, nah, gets up, gets Hogan up, does another rock bottom on him, hits him with the people's elbow.
That was the end right there.
Ends the match.
Yeah.
Rock's going around. He's doing his turnbuckle thing. Hogan gets up. You don't know if they're facing each other down again, like they're gonna go at it, and they shake hands, and the arena fucking explodes.
The Hulk is back as a good guy.
Yep. Hall and Nash come out, and they're like, "What are you doing? This is NWO for life. I got it back, baby." It's like riding a bike.
Oh man.
And then Hogan gets to go on and do a face run, which is basically his last real wrestling run. Like, he does some stuff in TNA, but that was his last run with the WWF. where he sort of gets to like solidify the end of his career with Hulkamania, which, you know, say what you want. It inspired a lot of people that are in the business now. It's inspired a lot of people to better their life. The character of Hulk Hogan has been important to a lot of people.
Sure. Yeah.
Terry Bollea, the man, questionable. But we need to respect the legacy of the character and what that meant to people.
It is, again, the separate the art from the man. Hulk Hogan before it became as a bad thing. I mean, he definitely didn't do great stuff. We talked about that in the beginning, obviously. But when it came to the performances and what he did, and
yeah. You know, and he performed in the ring. He was a great talker, very charismatic. And like I said, all of that. There's so many guys in the business who are like, I wouldn't be here
if it weren't for him.
And it's not just, you know, it could be inspire them to be there. But there's a lot of guys like Devon Dudley who's like, yeah, the company TNA is not giving me a chance. Like, I'm as shredded as I've ever been. I'm doing some of the best in-ring work and promos I've ever done, and they're just not using me. And Hulk Hogan directly went to the head of the company because he had the influence to do it and been like, we got to do something with Devon. Mm-hmm. You know, and basically put a title on him. So,
dude, I've never taken more steroids in my life. Just please.
Maybe you should, you know, bulk up a little bit.
Fucking pounds.
Think they all take steroids?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Damn. How do you feel about this, Carter? Not being a wrestling person.
I get it.
What's your final thoughts on Mr.
Legacy's,
Hogan?
Legacy's pretty important. You know, you can say, hey, this guy was a piece of shit, because he definitely was a piece of shit. But also, you know, appreciate what he did in some things.
Heard your frog again.
I will say one thing too, like outside of the ring, is he was somebody that always made time for fans. Like every fan interaction you hear is like, this dude stopped and took pictures with me. He took pictures with my kids. He did autographs for us. Like, we met him at an airport, and like, he's, you know, tired, but he still took the time. So, you know, and then maybe that was just for the brand, the Hulk Hogan brand. But at the same time, there's a lot of guys like Ultimate Warrior. He would flip people off and walk past them.
Ultimate Warrior, who's that?
Oh, we got to do an Ultimate Warrior episode now.
Who is Ultimate Warrior?
He was supposed to be Hulk Hogan's replacement in the mid 90s.
I see.
And tried to hold out on Vince for money, and Vince was like, hit the bricks, I don't need you.
Damn. Well, with that, like Vince, we must hit the bricks. Get us out of here.
Guys, thank you for tuning in. And if you have thoughts or comments about Hulk Hogan, whether they're good or bad or whatnot, leave them in the comment section, and I'll probably respond to them one way or the other.
Heatedly.
Let's fight in the comments. Let's wrestle.
Oh,
in the comments.
Call it Older Dumber Mania.
Hell yeah, dude. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to check out all of our socials at OlderNDumber. That's the letter N. If you want to support us, you can do so on Patreon, patreon.com/OlderNDumber. And if you enjoyed this, or you enjoy anything else that we do appreciate your support. And if you want to see Hunter and I, you can do so in Fairfax, August 23rd, 24th at Fairfax Comic-Con, where WWE legend Mick Foley will be in attendance, and I will likely be cosplaying him one of the 2 days.
Dude, I just looked up the guests the other day. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, they've added a lot of cool ones.
Thank you all for joining us for another episode of Older and Dumber, the podcast about 3 dumb fighters just trying to make it in this championship we call
Earth.
Thank you all for joining us on this wonderful night in Madison Square Checkpoint Gaming Lounge. See you later.
Dipshits, it's me, Joey, a.k.a. Slooty Mage.
I'm Hunter, voice of Hunter Taylor.
And I'm Carter, Eagle. We're
Older and Dumber.
Every Friday, we drop wisdom, humor, and a whole lot of nonsense. You won't want to miss it.
Become a patron today for as low as $5 a month. Get early access to all our episodes and exclusive behind-the-scenes looks at all the things we're doing and May's super secret editing notes.
Shout out to all our awesome dipshits. Your support really helps keep this madness going. Join the crew, be a dipshit. It's an exclusive club and you're invited.
So Dipshits mark your calendar every Friday for a dose of Older and Dumber craziness. See you there.
Fade to black. Now my stand. Fade to black.